Hello BookTube, and today I'm doing my quick reads for StrikeBackVideoAThon. So I've got 2 books and 4 graphic novels for you today that I can recommend as a quick read. And I'm going to start out with my sci-fi recommendation, and that is Starship Troopers by Robert A. Heinlein. I read this about 6 months ago. I have a friend who it is their most favourite book of all time. It is, oh my god, so much better than the movie. The movie is amazing. It's got Neil Patrick Harris in it. Don't watch any of the other movies that come after. It hasn't got Neil Patrick Harris in it. But this book is an amazing sort of statement on the invasion of planets and other territories that these people actually technically have no right to be in. And it was visceral without being gross. It was a nice little bit of sci-fi, and it clocks in at 222 pages. So not the shortest of all books, but an incredibly good and classic sci-fi read. My next one is my fantasy recommendation, and that comes from the Discworld series, and that is Eric, which is a rewritten version of Faust. Very, very short book, as you can see, clocking in at lots of blank pages at the back, 129 pages. Now this is one of the Unseen University collection, so we do have Rincewind, we have Eric, but we also have Luggage, we have interdimensional monsters and demons cutting through worlds. Amazing, cute little read. My next one is a classic, one is a modern, absolutely hyped up series, and these are my 2 series, not the standalones. The first one is The Sandman, Volume 1, The Preludes and Nocturnes. This is a series that any fantasy reader or lover of mythology, or just any lover of Neil Gaiman really needs to get under their belt. I have the 2 paperbacks of the first volume, 2 volumes, and then the rest of mine are not quite so quick reads. I have the 5 slip-covered absolute volumes, and they have the increased definition pictures in them as well, and they are truly gorgeous. Just to give you a bit of an idea, we've got the inner pages with these amazing artwork, and then we get into the comic book artwork itself, and it is just beautiful. Next is one that a lot of hype has been about, but it's well and truly deserved, and that is Saga. So this is Volume 1. This is by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. This series has blown me away. It is amazing. I love the relationship between these 2, sort of Romeo and Juliet style of it, and the weird things with the TV heads. It's been a while since I've read one. This is a quick read, but you're going to want the rest of them pretty quickly. Next, and I'm showing my age a little bit with my absolute and utter love of Jim Henson, whether it be in The Labyrinth or The Dark Crystal, or in a Storyteller, which is this. The Storyteller I watched as a kid, and then all of a sudden these ones came up. Now these were written by other artists. I have the Dragons one, which I haven't read yet, but this was the Witches one. We have 4 stories within it. We have different artists for each one, and they are just adorable. And if anyone grew up watching John Hurt as the Storyteller, they will understand that this took me back into that world in an amazing way, and the artistry is amazing as well. So that's Jim Henson's The Storyteller Witches volume. There's also a Dragons volume. There's possibly more. My comic book store closed. I haven't been able to get anything else. Lastly, one of the most classic graphic novels of all time that changed the way we saw graphic novels is Alan Moore's The Killing Joke. Absolutely game-changing. It was game-changing. It was an amazing sort of insight. This is where I went, the Joker, yeah, awesome. I always go for the bad guy. I do. It's the way I'm wired. And I love the Joker. I love Harley Quinn. I know she started in a cartoon, not a comic book, but the Joker is just an amazing character. What is it? An enigma wrapped in face makeup. The Killing Joke, and you can't quite see it unless I can get it on the light. It's all got Batman. It's all embossed with Batman strangling the Joker and then just laughter in the background. And there it is. The moment. If you are any sort of graphic novel Batman fan, you need to read The Killing Joke. 100% recommendation. So that is my quick reads for this Strike Back Videoathon video. If you liked my recommendations or want to know anything more, hit me up in the comments, flick me a like, and happy reading.